Hi, welcome to another Infinity Train video. In this video we are looking at the central hub from Losblock. So this is basically an objective room. So it's the same sort of dimensions and size as an objective room that you'll need for a number of ITS missions, including some of the missions in Season 10. You basically need a square building that's got doors either side, and then you position that in the centre of the table, and it's used for certain of the missions. So this is LOS Block's take on that, and it fits in really well with the rest of the range that they do in the city range. So all of the pieces have got the same modular clips for things like gantries and stuff to come across. I wouldn't necessarily be using those when you're using it as an objective building, but obviously then that allows you to use it as part of your scenery when you're not playing missions that require an objective building. So we're going to cover this and the first floor addition to it. So I've got the first floor sitting over here on my left. I'll show you that when we get to that piece. So what you've got first is you have a helipad piece which just sits nicely into the centre. If you didn't want to necessarily use that whole piece, you could obviously use the helipad on its own as part of your terrain. Then you've got a roof piece. So again, here's the roof coming off. You notice that there's loops around where you've got this, but similarly you could put other pieces in like the barrier pieces or gantry pieces, etc. On the inside, you have a typical objective building. So you've got your doors. Now, you'll notice the doors aren't in place for this. So let me just show you how the doors work quickly, because I've not painted it yet, and I always do the doors after I've painted it. So the doors all come like this, basically. So what you've effectively got is you place your door in, and then you place your door frame around the door, like that, and then you've got a door which will slide back and forwards. Now, most of the Losblock range use exactly the same technique for the doors, but obviously it does mean that you want to paint those three pieces separately so that the door doesn't jam or get painted in, and obviously so that you can get the paint all the way around. So generally that's why I've left those off for the time being, but you do get the pieces for all four doors. Now, the Losblock stuff used to be made in acrylic before they've switched to MDF, so some of the instructions are still missing a couple of tweaks which were made to the MDF kits. So one of the tweaks I'll tell you about basically is on the inside here. You'll notice these windows here. The ones on the acrylic version were just solid, so these ones have now got a notch coming out of them. And you'll notice that these notch pieces, so if you see there, just under there, which is the same notch pieces that you use in these pieces here. And basically you just place them in, and then that gives you the alignment point for putting the windows in. So you'll find that won't be covered in the instructions. It just tells you to put the windows on, but then you'll be looking at the windows thinking, well, hold on a minute, I've got notches out one side, which side do I put them in? You're better putting these notch pieces in first and then sliding the window along in so it aligns, and it just gives you that alignment. Similarly, when you come to do these edge pieces, the instructions don't tell you to put that top piece there in. It's not in the instructions, but the bottom piece is. So yeah, common sense, before you glue this piece here in, the edge piece, make sure you put this piece here in. There's a double one at the bottom and a single one at the top. So again, just a couple of discrepancies between the instructions that are available on the website and how you actually build it. It's nothing people shouldn't really be able to work out for themselves, but just don't jump ahead, or you might end up with issues later on. So it's a nice size building. It's relatively cheap, uses up a lot of space on the board. As I mentioned, you've then got the roof and the helipad piece. Now they come with the basic objective building. You've also got you get enough of the little armoured barrier pieces basically, so that you can cover off those where you're not using them for gantries or waterways coming in to connect directly on. Now they also sell a upper floor. So this piece here is the upper floor piece for the objective building. So again, you can the objective buildings typically in Infinity are unlimited height, and you're not meant to be able to go on the roofs of them. So you may want to place the upper floor on there just to kind of indicate that, or you may just use the upper floor for missions where you're actually using it as a normal building and not as an objective building. So what you've effectively got is, you will need to do a little bit of alignment and just push it in. So that's aligned there. So again, you'll notice that you've got your entryways on the upper floors now as well. So if you wanted to have gantries coming into the upper floors, you could do. You've also got these pieces here, which are basically just little barrier pieces which fit in to block off. Try to think which way around do they go. I'm assuming they then go that way around, maybe. Oh, I don't know, I've never actually put these pieces in before. looks like it's meant to go that way. Let's have a look. See if we can find the right one. That looks like the right one here. Nope. These all look identical. I wonder if I've assembled some the wrong way around. Because it looks like you're meant to have some that would go in like this. Yeah, that's it there. Yeah, like that. So bear that in mind. Make sure you count out the number that you're assembling in that manner, because you want effectively the flat piece to be on the outer and then the two inner pieces to join in on the inside. So make sure you've counted out the right number of pieces. I've got them all sitting here. I'm not going to go through them now, but I may well have made a mistake there when I was assembling them, because obviously they do go both way around. But yeah, just double check that on your side. It's not a huge issue if you end up with open stuff here, because again, as I mentioned, it's fully modular, so you can put in your little barrier pieces. So again, that works quite well, because then you've got something where you can shoot out but still get cover. Now on the inside, obviously we have this gap, so they do actually give you these little fenceways as well, or railings, and there's even the little one there. So again, there you can see there's the railing pieces. Which you obviously you can either choose to glue those in or not, depending on what you might be wanting to use the upper floor for. And then obviously you can still find that the roof from the first floor fits on the second floor. Now the second floor bit doesn't come with a roof. It assumes that you've got the bottom floor, because obviously it's designed as, although you buy them separately, it's designed as one building effectively. So again, it's a really nice, really large centerpiece for your board. If you're using it as an ITS building, because it has to go in the centre anyway, it's going to form a really nice centrepiece. I've yet to decide how I'm going to paint it up or what I'm going to kind of theme it as. I've got a few ideas, so I'll maybe post up a painted video once we've had a chance to put some paint on it. So again, like most of the Losblock stuff, it's really nicely built. It's all themed to go in with the rest of the range. So that's one thing that's really nice about the Losblock stuff, is it's a very consistent range. They've spent a lot of time engineering it so that everything fits together, so you can use pieces from one bit to the other. All the walkways and the gantryways come in at the same height. So yeah, highly recommended. And it's probably going to go on our table for our event in May if I get it painted in time. So again, really quick video this time covering this one here. I should have probably brought some other Losblock stuff up to show you how it modularizes in, but maybe we'll do a full review video of the Losblock stuff I've got now, because I've actually got quite a lot of it now. So we'll maybe do a full board review video at one stage. So hopefully you find this video useful. These videos are nice and quick. They're really just designed to let you see the kit and actually see it in a sort of more tactile manner, where you can see it being rotated. You can see the different options. We can talk a little bit about the assemblies. This is relatively easy to assemble. I'd say this is perfectly suitable for beginners. So hopefully you found this useful. If you did, leave the comments in the comments bit below. Have a look at our Facebook group for the general chat that goes on. There's about almost 3,000 members in our Facebook group now. And obviously there's other videos available. If you click on the videos link below, you can see the other videos of different manufacturers that we do. If anyone wants us to review their kits or their pieces, new things that are coming out, feel free to contact us and let us know. This kit was purchased ourselves, but we, occasionally people will send us stuff to review, in which case we will be clear that we're getting it as a review sample. But in this case, we purchased it ourselves, and we are very pleased with the purchase. So thanks very much.